Hello everybody, Bob6983 here, and we are back for some more Kirby's Return to Dreamland. I almost call it Triple Deluxe, because Triple Deluxe just feels like it rolls off the tongue better, but this one is in fact Return to Dreamland Deluxe. In the last episode, I don't really remember, I don't know why the word don't came out like that, like if it was like what kind of impression am I going for there? But in this episode, I guess, we're going to start off on Onion Ocean. Kirby Doobie, whatever this is called in Smash. I don't remember Smash terms anymore. It's been a long time. So, yeah. Matter of fact, let's get one thing straight, haven't it? First and foremost, I love this stage, and the music here. But the thing that I want to get straight, like the record straight, is I said to myself and to a few friends at the time, I was like, okay, if Steve ever joined Smash, just like I said this, I think even during like the Wii U era, I was like, if Steve ever joined Smash, I will personally quit trying to like learn competitive Smash to an extent. And then that happened, and I was like, you know what? I'm a man of my word, and honestly, I would prefer to keep it this way. And my reasoning being, it's not because I dislike Steve. No, that's not it. Although a certain video that I made a while back would say otherwise. I hate you, Glunk. But the reason I said that is because I could just get Parasol back. Is because I really did not want to lose to a Steve main who just draws like a schlong after they defeat you. If that's the reality that we're gonna live in, then I was like, yeah, no, I'm good. I would prefer to much rather not. I'm pressing A to float, and it's just not pressing A. It's very weird. I don't remember this Shatso being here either. Today is an interesting. Ooh, my goodness. Today has been an interesting day. I went to go get Chick-fil-A bars. And then, yeah, that was mostly it. That was mostly it for today. Well, no, true, my English do be turning off whenever I get flustered. I went to Chick-fil-A, bought food, and then went home, played video games, specifically Fortnite. I love this section of the stage. You just get to AFK while you're talking, while you watch the Waddle Dees drop down alongside with you and the Glunks. I played video games, specifically Fortnite, with my sister and one of our friends, and yeah, that was fun. We had very funny clips happen. I crashed out at one point because I almost beat this person in like a 1v1. He had 5 HP and he won, and I was so upset. And this Glunk might absolutely defeat me, so we gotta get rid of him. And I played on accident. I didn't even remember I had this. Let me see if I can play it. I can't. I'm not too sure where's the Y key? It was that's what played. I know that there was a box on the left hand screen, but that was just for, I think, some coins, or not coins, but stars and whatnot. So that's why I didn't really go for it. But yeah, that was I guess if you don't know, I've talked about this on the channel prior, but I'll talk about it again. That is from a show called Sábado Gigante, or I guess Big Saturday, or Giant Saturday, something along those lines. It was a very popular Spanish Saturday night type program. I guess that is a very vague way to. Yeah, it's a Saturday program for true. Ooh, Spear, I love that ability. It's a program that would pop up on Saturday nights, kind of like, I guess, I don't know. The Saturday night show that y'all have. I don't know. I don't watch that stuff. I don't know their names. The Jimmy Fallon stuff and whoever else also does like night shows. That's the type of stuff that Sábado Gigante was. Yeah, that's realistically it. That is a sound clip from a segment that they would have where they would do like a mini talent show of sorts, where there would be a guy who would be dressed up as a jackal. Jackal! Jackal! It's a jackal! Jackal! It's a jackal! That Family Guy clip. True. Let's get rid of this scarf here first. Okay. But yeah, it was a guy who would come out dressed as a jackal. Whenever the contestants from like the crowd would like do like a you know, just like a talent show sort of thing, just to see like who does well, who does terribly. He would be like the one making the calls of like, yeah, you gotta go, or like, oh, you're doing good. Whenever you were doing garbage, he'd play his trumpet and he'd be like, yeah, this is basically a, you get out type activities. I never knew that was a shield for ice. That's very cutesy. But yeah, when he played the trumpet, the host would be like, "Ee!" And then the crowd would be like, "Fuera!" And E is just like, and then like, "Fuera" is just out or like get out type, you know, type of response. So it's like, and get out type reaction. It's always a very fun segment. I've thought about cosplaying as el jackal de la trompeta, or the jackal of the trumpet, I guess is the translation. But we'll leave that for another day. I've thought about cosplaying as him. I've also thought about cosplaying as Thelonious from Shrek, the executioner dude. But I don't know. Great, pick 3, my lord. True. This is a very interesting ability. Yeah, aesthetically, I forgot to push the jump button, and when you're in this and you do that, you can press A to jump. Like that. True. Okay, so this is not where the distortion happens. The rip in space-time. Naughties, get out of here. I don't know if I'm gonna be funny this episode, if I'm being honest. I low-key used a lot of my Steam during Fortnite. So today might be a rather chill episode. I'm not quite sure. It all depends on what exactly goes on. I feel like I've talked about this prior, but there is a old SNES game called Street Racer that I'm a big fan of. I've been doing art of that game, and I personally think it's coming out really nicely. But then again, what the heck do I know? I am not a professional artist. I'm doing this just for fun. So who knows? It could just be the most garbage thing you've seen in all of mankind. It could be phenomenal. It could be like that type of thing from that one Danny DeVito. I don't even know if it's from It's Always Sunny, but that one scene with Danny DeVito where he's like, oh my God, I get it. Or like that one scene from It's Always Sunny where he's being like the art critic and he's like, let me destroy your gallery real quick. A bullshit derivative? That I absolutely love. What is that? And like, I honestly don't know how my art looks. Maybe it's good. I don't know. Maybe it's garbage. I'm not entirely too sure. But nonetheless, we try just to I guess expand our horizons. I don't know where that entire like the whole thought process was going, but that's where it went, and we're gonna keep it like that. What am I gonna use to fight these sphere doomers or whatever they're called? Maybe I could use Tornado. I don't know. I don't really use Tornado to fight these guys, but yeah, it could work. Oh, especially because there's water on the sides. Hey, yo, back up. Put it in reverse, Terry. Put it in reverse. He went immediately into that phase because he saw that I was absolutely decimating him. True. Oh, okay, then that went a whole lot easier. Why don't I use Tornado for these boss fights? They go really well. I don't know, man. I use Tornado and then like I'll immediately discard it for like another ability that I'm like, oh, I really like that one. Ooh, the shiny keys in front of my face. Just jingle them and then like I'll immediately forget what you were talking about. Oh, true. I could just use this new ability, Mecha. It's nice, I guess. I don't know. It feels a little out of place. I understand what they were replicating, but I don't know. It feels a little out of place. If that's all I'll say. Oh my gosh, I remember this. So in high school, to pass the time because we were just being silly, stupid. My friends and I, we were coming up with a lot of ways to insult. What is it? A lot of ways to insult family members of like your friend or something like that. There's a very popular or common meme that was like popular a while back, and when I mean a while back, maybe like 7-10 years ago. It was just when people would be like, "Oh, your mom gay" or something like that. And we were just like, "Huh." That's always, that one's the haha funny one. I didn't even get to show off the rest of Mecha, but whatever. Yeah, it's always that one, but I wonder if there are other ones that we can do. And then we just went down the line of, what other ones could we make that sound like your mom gay? Oh, true. And what we arrived at was, your mom gay, your dad homo, your brother a mother, your sister a mister. Your niece obese, yo granny a tranny, yo family tree LGBT, and then your genus likes penis, and it kept getting more and more unhinged, and we were just like, we gotta stop, man. This is really funny, but we gotta stop. Eventually, it was like, how far is too far? I don't know. It's just. Humor back then was more unhinged and funny, but it'd be like that. Sometimes you'll just be passing the time and then you'll just come up with bars, but like offensive bars. True, Kibbleblade EX. I feel very conflicted about, oh, you do that. That's right, you get much faster. I feel very conflicted about Cutter just because... I don't know. It's very cute. Like the hat is just beautiful. It's amazing. It has like eyes on it. It's so wholesome 100. But I feel like there should be more to this arsenal. Like, I don't know. This thing, like tossing just like the blades or the cutters, I guess, feels very bland. I feel like there should be more. The multi-hit is beautiful. The dive down is beautiful. But like, I feel like it's just... It's not enough to make me like this ability. It's really good for combat. It's just, I wish there was something else with it. Drink beer. Austin 360. Can I get a hell yeah? Hell yeah. A beat Deborah. Leave her on the floor. Unused Stone Cold Steve Austin theme song. If you haven't seen that, I highly recommend go watch that. It is very unhinged, uncanny behavior. I don't know. Something along those lines. Poppy Brothers Jr., I am so sorry. We are not going to leave. We're not going to allow these fucking, I don't know, enemies of the state loose. They are always annoying. Get your ugly out of here. I'm sorry, but we're eviscerating turtles right now. We don't even need the plastic. We don't need the middleman. We're just gonna go do the job ourselves. But we need spear for this. There we go. I really need some more HP. Oh, we have to kind of let these enemies of the state free. Oh, okay. Blippers I can deal with, but like these guys are just the biggest nuisance known to mankind. Oh my god, I was having so much fun during Fortnite, just with a new sound from the soundboard. It was just of what's his name? Flight Reacts screaming LeBron super loud. It was this. I don't know, man. With Flight Reacts, it's just very hit or miss. 70% of the time it hits, and then like 30% of the time it's like a big miss. Sometimes he's like, oh my god, like sometimes he's very dumb, but I don't know, it just adds more to the humor, I guess. You know, like the very popular meme of, damn Daniel, you know, like sometimes beautiful moments like that can happen, but then other times like he'll react to a video that he was a part of and be like, yo, he said the same thing as me. Like, what do you mean? It is you. What do you mean he said the same thing as me? I don't know, man. Sometimes I'm like, is this like a bit? Is this like for real? Like, I don't know where the line is drawn for him. Oh, I almost didn't make that. I almost didn't make it out the hood. Get out of here. Blipper! These things are always interesting. I would have loved to use water. We're taking this all the way over here. True. I had to show somebody Monty Python recently, and it was phenomenal. I showed them the chemist sketch. I showed them the death of Mary Queen of Scots, and then I showed them Biggest Dickus. All of those scenes are phenomenal. If you have not been, you know, exposed to Monty Python, I highly recommend watch those three. And I guess as a fourth recommendation, if you want like one more, you can watch the Argument Clinic. I think that's what it's called. But my favorite part of like the chemist sketch is the whole word about like Semprini. Like, it's not a word, but like it's a word for the context of the skit that they made up, where they're like, these are the words that are never to be used on this program, and then they went over like all the words. I think one of them was like knockers, bum, and all that stuff. But like they all had like the star symbol or whatever it's, I don't know what it's called. Asterisk, I don't know. It had that like just in one of like usually the vowels, but just the one word that didn't have that was Semprini, and like when somebody was like Semprini, they're like, ouch. And then like later on in the sketch where I'm like, okay, they're done with that joke, they come back with the joke like swinging, and I'm like, oh my god, you all, that was phenomenal. Something that had nothing to do with like whatever they were talking about previously. They were like, I use a body rub called Semprini. Oh my god. I highly recommend watch them. It's just sometimes you'll find things that it's just way too funny. My bad that I went quiet there, taking a water break. Always nice to hydrate. True, Magalore. We're gonna do one more stage. Is it really just 3 stages and then we're done with each episode? Oh man, I kind of wanted to do like 4, and we're not playing golf. That's okay. Oh, true, that's right. One last thing, I guess, starting Fortnite that I'll mention because I think it was kind of funny. So there's a weapon right now called the sticky grenade launcher, but sometimes I've talked about this before, but like we'll do like phrases that have like 3 words in them, and then we'll just like do the whole she's stroking me off till I beef thing, but like with that word instead. And then on accident with that one, I was like, oh my god, this one's actually kind of genius. I'm a genius, Kanye. But it was just she's sticky on my grenade till I launch her, and I was like, holy shit, this is actually kind of fire. I was like taken aback by like what I said. I was like, oh my god, this is kind of fire. Now that you mention it, but yeah, that was, I guess, the last thing I wanted to mention. Me when I run out of steam. And I'm not no damn locomotive. Don't be filming me, bro. Yeah, I'm not no locomotive. Thomas the Train Tank. Which one is it? I never remember. Train, tank engine. Is that's probably what it is. Because we know that he's a train, but it's probably Thomas the Tank, and it's something like that. We're going into that door. Frame 1. All this for a 1-up? Oh my gosh. I mean, fine. I'll take it. I'm at like 30. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Me knowing secretly it's not fine. Secretly, I'm very lonely. There's a lot of good moments from Phineas and Ferb that just sometimes they stick out like a sore thumb. The way of the man. Well, I don't remember how Hook said it. Taking the best years of her life and then casting her aside like an old. That character never gets old. Oh my gosh. And then Mr. Smee alongside him too. That's just so awesome. Okay, we're going over this way. I'm sorry, Waddle Doo, get out of here. I think I've also talked about this before, but since we're on the topic of Peter Pan, in 3rd grade, I have no idea why we read this in the 3rd grade, but we read the Peter Pan book, and I don't mean like, oh, like a silly cartoon version. No, I mean the actual Peter Pan book. I don't remember what it's called. Maybe it's just Peter Pan. I don't know. But it was like more gruesome in details. And then there was like this one specific drawing of Tinkerbell, which she was like straight up just naked. And I was like, what? I don't think this is something we should be reading. Like my teacher was awesome. Don't get me wrong. He was an amazing dude. Like my most favorite teacher of all time. But like, I don't think we should be reading this. I don't know. But yeah, like the original Peter Pan, the book was just a whole lot more like gruesome in the details. They were talking about how like the mermaids were like, how they would like be very vicious and like bite people, and like they would actually like tear off their arms or something like that. Something along those. I don't remember. They were just very violent. And like they had like very like nasty teeth, and it was like the complete opposite of what you see in like Peter Pan, like the movie, like the cartoon. But who knows, man? I mean, I read it kind of. We read it as a class, as a collective. But yeah, that was an interesting experience, I guess. True, the helpers from Dreamland 2, Electric Boogaloo. We got Coo, Rick, and Kine, my favorite helper of all time, over there on the far. Well, now he's in the center. Coo, let's go. I did not mean to pause. My fault. I didn't remember how to undo my ability. That's my fault. Okay, now I have to actually pay attention. Okay, so middle. So middle. Right, left, okay, following the left, okay, all far left, middle, right, okay, just all the far right one, okay. That was interesting. That's from the buffet game. I haven't played that one. It seems very fun though, but I was like, is this a game that I'm gonna play over and over and over again? Probably not. It's probably like a game that I play like for like maybe 2-3 weeks tops, and then I'll just drop it forever. And I was like, yeah, I don't feel interested enough to play this game. It's just looks cool, but just I don't see the appeal enough. It's so beautiful. That's a giant Gordo. Bro, how the heck do you space that shit like so perfectly? Oh my gosh, that's right. I can talk about one more thing that I thought was very interesting. That just blew my mind. So there's this anime called Devilman no Uta. I think I don't know, something along those lines. Or that might be a song in that anime. I'm not quite sure. But It's a very weird anime, I guess. But there was a song that, like, for the longest, I had only heard it from like a Simple Clips video because someone donated it to him, and I was like, this song sounds like it's saying dating your mom. It was like dating your mom, dating your mom, dating your mom, and I was like, those are the lyrics. I'm not gonna question it. And then I go to listen to I was like, you know what? I'm interested. I want to hear the dating your mom song. So I Shazam it. And I'm like, what do you mean this is Devilman no Uta? What do you mean this is from an anime? And I was like, oh my gosh, they're speaking Japanese. This is like a classic case of just mishearing the lyrics, like that one other anime opening where it's like, I thought they were saying son of a bitch. But it was just like, High plane bazooka, Sailor Moon Annie, or something like that. I don't know what they say. But like, it was just another one of those cases where I had just misheard the lyrics, and I thought it was just him saying dating your mom. I was fully like, you know what? Those are the lyrics. This is a Simple Flip stream that's like, his viewers usually send him stuff. It's just, you know, like doing your mom. And this is just like on the same wavelength. Screw it. I think this is just a song about that. And I was just very pleasantly surprised to know that it wasn't about dating mothers. I don't know, man. But yeah, that was interesting. Oh, this guy actually tries to hide from you sometimes. But if you go down here, I believe he doesn't really hide from the ship, or hide using the ship as often. Yeah, sometimes when you're like right in front of him, he'll like do like the duck and cover thing, or he'll protect himself with the ship. I guess if you're out of his peripheral view, he's just like, oh, I don't see him. Okay, time to leave the ship away from me. That way I'm not, I guess, vulnerable, or that way I don't have to like carry this. I'm doing a lot of exposition for a whole lot of nothing. I have nothing. True. Me when I'm broke. Please. Oh, true. The stars squared. I hope this doesn't crash, because for whatever reason, sometimes Switch games decide to crash for no reason. The big gulp mode. These guys absolutely terrorists. Enemies of the state. I will never retract that statement. These guys are the worst. Whenever they grab onto you, it's just that's it. They're done. You're done for. The Gordos. I still haven't rewatched Peter Pan or Deadpool and Wolverine yet. Hey, yo, back up! You can't close me in just yet. Please don't do that. I'm begging you. This one's gonna be interesting. I might just take spear. This one might be better for the range. Home on the range. Oh, man, had I known it was gonna be like this, where it was just the corners, I wouldn't have. I would have chosen. Oh my god, Chosen. Ain't that the character from Karate Kid, Cobra Kai? Yo mama guy. My fault. Talking about yo mom game. Yeah. That got me like thinking about it again. And then the bars as well. Ah, true, the big void. Oh shit. Sometimes I'd be very comfortable with just taking damage because I'm like, I have like a full bar of HP, a bar of soap. But then I realize I actually don't have a full bar of soap. I mean, a bar of HP. And I'm playing on extra mode. I'm like, wait a minute, wait a minute, I'm white. No, but yeah, sometimes I forgot. I'm like, I could take some damage. It's a nice trade. And then I realized it wasn't a nice trade. Little did I know, it was Evil Burger. To my dismay, it was Good Kitty, and I mischance to pet on Good Kitty. The Peter Snipper guy. You better not mess with my gang. Or you'll be dealing with oopie goopy. All right, thank you all so much for watching. We're at the 30-minute mark. I went over by like 5 minutes. It's okay. Maybe it's not okay. I don't know. I'll try not to make it like as much of a habit. The next time, I guess, on Kirby's Return to Dreamland Extra Deluxe or whatever. Too long of a name. Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe Extra. It sounds like a freaking Chick-fil-A order item thing. Yeah, I'm English off. You know what? See you guys. I am not doing a proper outro. See ya.